Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today I am going to share a brunch menu with you guys, and it is delicious. Two of these recipes are from one of my best friend Kim. She made this when some of us went up to visit her. She lives in Tennessee now, and she made this for breakfast, and we all just said, holy moly, we need these recipes. So the first thing I'm going to make, well, I'm making something called a Soul Sister salad. It's a cold salad with some fruit in it and marshmallows. It's delicious. And then I'm going to do her sausage ball recipe, cream cheese stuffed sausage balls, best I've ever had, and then a breakfast pizza. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the Soul Sister salad. I love the name of it. You can make this for your girlfriends, but I want this to refrigerate for at least an hour. It's best overnight, but it needs to be in there for at least an hour. So what you want to do is start with an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and I let this sit out at room temperature for a couple hours. It's a lot easier to work with. And then this is 2/3 cup of sugar. This is not a low-calorie menu today. Go ahead and give y'all a warning, but it's delicious. Okay, so I'm just going to take the little hand mixer and just mix the cream, cheese, and sugar until it's all incorporated together. Okay, the next step is we're going to add just a little bit of this cherry juice. It calls for a small jar of cherries, so I just drained it, kept a little bit of this, and I probably won't even use all that. This is just to give it a pretty pink color. And this is one of those types of salads that it's a sweet, it satisfies your sweet tooth, especially with the sausage balls and the savory breakfast pizza, but it's one of those that you can't stop eating it. It's so good. It's like a dessert. And I may even add a little bit more cherry juice in there if I decide I want to make it a little pinker, and I think I will. All right, then the next step, I'm going to add some Cool Whip, and I'm just going to add half of it for now, and then I'm going to add the other half in a little bit. It's very light and airy too. I think this is probably a recipe that goes way back. It reminds me of something my grandmother used to make. Or like if you went to a church social, this would be something that would definitely be on the table with all the great food. Okay, so now I'm going to dump in a can of crushed pineapple, and this has already been drained. You want to be sure you drain it because it'll be a little too soupy if you don't. Okay, now I'm going to add the rest of this Cool Whip. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of that cherry juice. And that doesn't matter. It depends on how pink you would like this to be. Okay. Then mix that up. And now I'm going to add in the little jar of cherries that I drained. And these are whole. I was a little lazy to cut them up, but you can certainly cut them or quarter them if you want to. But they kind of get mashed down in there with the mixer. Okay. And now I'm going to add the pecans. This is a cup of chopped pecans. You can certainly leave these out, but I love the crunch that it has. Okay, so now the last step is to add, I'm going to fold in 2 cups of miniature marshmallows. This is also something that little ones love. I'm probably going to bring a bowl of this over to my sweet little niece and nephew, Chandler and Will, this afternoon because I don't want to eat this whole bowl. It'd be very tempting to. All right, and then that's done. So you just pop it in the fridge for an hour or so or overnight, and it's a delicious little sweet treat. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you guys how I make these delicious sausage balls.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at BobWallaceAppliance.com.
You know, years ago, we researched different cabinet companies. Wellborn was the cabinet company that we decided to go with. Wellborn has a lot of your custom style building like we did in the local cabinet shops years ago. You just can't go wrong with a product like that with Wellborn. On top of that, Wellborn has researchers that are out in the market every day. Their job is to see what's current in the market, what's selling, and what their dealers need to be showing in their showroom. So come out, let me help you design your kitchen with Wellborn products.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
Okay, we're back and I've got the Soul Sister salad in the fridge and I'm getting ready to make these delicious cream cheese stuffed sausage balls. This is probably one of the easiest sausage ball recipes I've ever had, thanks to my friend Kim, and it's the only one I've ever had where you don't cook the sausage before you make the sausage balls, which I like because I think it helps to keep them from drying out, because a lot of times sausage balls can tend to err on the dry side. So it's very simple, only a few ingredients. In here, I have 1.5 cups, 1 1/4 cup of Bisquick, the baking mix. And I broke this bad boy out because it takes a lot of elbow grease, and I think it's just easier. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. You can use a hand mixer or one of those little whisks. But to the Bisquick, I'm going to add another block of cream cheese. That's 8 ounces. And I also let that sit at room temperature. And then I'm just going to turn this on and just let it mix and incorporate with the Bisquick before I add the sausage and cheese. Okay, I like to keep a knife handy too, so you can just sort of push down the sides of it. This bowl is really deep, so I have to give it a little help as far as making sure that it gets all that Bisquick mixed in with the cream cheese. Okay. So I think that's mixed pretty well. So now I'm going to add the sausage. And this is the little 1-pound roll of breakfast sausage, pork sausage. And I like to use the hot, but you can certainly get the mild. All right. So now I'm just going to let that go. What I do love about these is that they freeze very well. And also, if you wanted to make them the night before and then pop them in the fridge and then take them out the next morning and just reheat them on low a little bit in the oven, they're just as delicious. That sausage smells really good. Okay, so now I'm going to add, this is 4 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. Okay, so now that is mixed. Now I'm going to have a little help with this fork. I went ahead and took my rings off because they will get all in the grooves of your rings and it's hard to clean out. So, okay. One Christmas years ago, Mike and the kids gave me this KitchenAid mixer because I asked for it, and then I got it, and then I saw how big it was. I got it out of the package and I just didn't want to deal with it. So for 1 year, it sat on the counter in the pantry without any use. And the next Christmas, guess what? I got it wrapped up again. So I broke it out and I started using it. And ever since then, I love this thing. It is a little bulky to have to get out, but it's worth it for things like this because it kills your arm to have to mix this type of thing. But I am going to take this and just kind of scrape the bottom of the bowl just in case it missed any of that Bisquick and cream cheese mixture. The next step is to take this little cookie, I don't know what you call this, but I use it to when I bake cookies, so they're all the same size, so they bake evenly, so kind of the same concept with the sausage balls. Now with these, I highly recommend using a parchment paper lined baking sheet. I love this stuff. I buy it in bulk on Amazon. It's already cut and everything. I have 2 on here, and this is a little bit bigger pan than normal, just because I like to get them all in one shot, bake them all at the same time. So you just want to take and just scoop this enough to fill that up. And you might want to make them a little bigger, a little smaller. I wash my hands thoroughly, and then this takes a little bit of time, but I'm just going to roll these out, put them on here, and then they bake at 400 for 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to get all these rolled out. Okay, this is the last one with the magic of editing. This makes about 22 to 24 sausage balls. So I got the last one rolled out. Now I'm going to pop them in the oven at 400 for about 20 to 25 minutes. I'm going to get my hands washed because they're filthy. And when we come back, I'm going to show y'all how I make these delicious breakfast pizzas.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality. It's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is call the lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow.
As the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
Okay, we're back, and now I have the sausage balls are in the oven, the salad's in the fridge, and I've got all this stuff out to make these breakfast pizzas. I'm only going to do 2 today. They're very filling, so usually one of these will feed 2 people. So I use this flat out artisan bread that you can get over, usually it's in the deli part of the grocery store. It's like a cracker crust thinness. It's so delicious. And they make for great breakfast pizzas. So for this breakfast pizza, I'm going to saute a little bit of onion and pepper. I've got just a teaspoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of butter in this skillet. And I'm just going to saute them until they're not so crunchy, but not to the point of where they're almost dehydrated. So it takes about 6 to 7 minutes to do that. I'm going to go ahead and add to this. I've got about a half a cup of red pepper, half a cup of green bell pepper, half a cup of onion, white onion. And then this is salt and pepper, which I'm not going to use in here. This is salt and pepper, about a teaspoon each, and then about half a teaspoon of white sugar, which just gives it a little tiny bit of sweetness and helps to kind of caramelize everything. All right, so it's been about 6 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just scoot this just to hang out on the side for a minute. And that smells delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna get ready my skillet for the scrambled eggs. And even though this is a non-stick skillet, I like to put a little bit of cooking spray and a little bit of butter. So in here I have 4 eggs. I mean, this is just basically just scrambled eggs, but I'll tell y'all how I like to scramble mine. I like to put a tablespoon of cream, and then a tablespoon of sour cream. These make your eggs so light and fluffy. Makes a big, big difference. So if you haven't tried that, I would highly suggest trying it. So I'm just gonna whisk that together. I'm gonna go ahead and get my skillet heated up. So basically on this breakfast pizza, we put, I put a layer of some really good cheese. It's the cheese that you get in the refrigerator section. This is Gordo's cheese dip, just white cheese dip. You could also use queso, but I like to spread that on the bottom before I put the toppings. And then I just put eggs, sausage, cheese, peppers, and onions, and it's absolutely delicious. Okay. So you just scramble these up. Okay. pour this in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, I've got the salt and pepper, just about a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper for the eggs. Now, when Mike and I first got married, he said that I beat the scrambled eggs up when I cooked them, and I did. So he kind of taught me how to cook them gently, just kind of wait until they're almost, not almost cooked, but until you can kind of see how it's staying at the bottom. You can see they're cooked. Then take the spatula and just sort of do like that, just gently. It doesn't take long, so I scrambled them just until they were cooked because you don't want them to be rubbery or dry out. So now we're going to build these little pizzas. Now, for the sake of time, I put these in the oven on 400 on a piece of parchment paper, and they crisped up really nice. I put them in there for about 3 minutes. You want to watch them. So basically, what we're going to do is put this cheese dip that I was talking about. You just want to put a thin little layer, and I'm going to drizzle it, and then I'll come back with a butter knife and spread this cheese. But this makes a delicious base. Okay. So I'm just going to take a butter knife so I can get this spread evenly. And you can put anything you want on these pizzas. You can put link sausage, you can put crumbled bacon, you can be real creative. If you don't like the onions and peppers, leave them off. You can just use your imagination. Okay, so now I'm ready to put the toppings. So I'm going to put the eggs first. You just want to put a layer of eggs. So y'all can just remember 4 eggs for 2 pizzas is perfect. And that'll feed basically 4 people, unless you've got somebody who just has a huge appetite. Okay, now I'm going to add the onions and peppers. You can just sprinkle. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You can be messy if you want. This is great to make when you have a crowd of people, if you have company. I always like things that are easy if I have a house full of company so I can visit. So there's all the onions and peppers, and then you can use any sausage you want, but I love this fully cooked sausage, and I like to get the turkey. It does help a little bit with the calories. And I just sprinkle it on there. And then I'll take whatever falls off and just kind of push it back on there. Okay, so then the last step is just to take some cheese, and you can use any kind you want. I use the yellow or sharp cheddar. And then you put this in the oven at 375 and just bake it for only about 5 to 6 minutes. You may just want to watch it. It won't take long because everything's pretty much cooked. You just want to melt the cheese on the top. So I did want to tell y'all about our community of the week. We are really excited. It seems like yesterday we just started Inspiration on Green Mountain. Now we have finished, Mike has finished developing phase 5 of Inspiration, and they have the most incredible bluff view lots out there. And Inspiration is on Green Mountain. Of course, it's a wonderful place to live. There's something really magical about Green Mountain. There's so much to do. And when Mike gets here, he will expound a lot more on that. But for now, I need to get these in the oven. So when we come back, everything will be cooked, and Mike will be here to join us.
So today we're at Inspiration, and the community that we're going to be featuring today is a brand new community that is called the Bluffs. The Bluffs to me is a really special area because it's the last tract of land that's actually going to have bluff lots with amazing, gorgeous vista views. And when you start looking around Huntsville and you start looking around, where can I build a high-end house? Where can I build something that's, the upper end? Well, the Bluffs is going to be the place for you. We have a tremendous, beautiful wooded ridge that goes out to the tip of the mountain, and we've developed about 16 to 17 bluff lots along the perimeter of the bluff. And these are going to be the last bluff lots that we have. And I've kind of been tracking, really special home sites and special, bluff lots in the past. And there's nothing in Huntsville that compares. All the best stuff is gone. This is going to be the last of the beautiful bluff lots in Huntsville, Alabama that we're going to have. And I'm not talking about a view where you can see from one ridge to the other. I'm talking about a view where you can see for miles and miles and miles. And you know, living on the mountain is it's a lifestyle. And in order for you to be able to really kind of realize what kind of lifestyle living on the mountain is, you really need to come up and experience. Melissa and I have been up here for about 4 years, and we absolutely love it. And there's just so much to do. Right now, we're filming at what we call the Overlook Cabana. The Overlook Cabana is a common area. It's about an acre. I've taken an acre and kind of dedicated it to the community as a common area. Built a beautiful timbered frame cabana out here. It's got a nice fireplace. Gorgeous place to watch sunrise in the morning or even the moonrise. But when you move up here on the mountain, whether if it's Inspiration, the Bluffs at Inspiration, the Preserve at Inspiration, or even the Estates, we've got 4 different communities that'll fit 4 different lifestyles. And when you invest up here on the mountain, not only do you get the Overlook Cabana, but you get a world-class amenity package, including a lodge clubhouse, swimming pool, tennis courts. It's got a gym, basketball courts. Right next to it, you've got a 5-acre recreational park. Families go out there and they play softball and soccer and they fly kites. We've got a sidewalk system that goes down all the way to the Madison County Nature Trail. Then from there, you can take a trail system over to the Land Trust. So we've got tons and miles of sidewalks, miles of trail systems, and it's just a special place. So in order for you to be able to find out more information about all of our communities, especially the Bluffs, log on to our website, woodlandhomes.com, or you can simply give us a call at 256-830-9000. But the best thing is get in your car. Our models are open 7 days a week. We encourage you to come out and check out why mountain living is simply the best. Y'all come out and see us. Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
We're back, and I've got Mike in the kitchen with me, and I made a brunch today. So I know you already had breakfast, but
well, it looks good.
Well,
and I've already had one of the sausage balls.
Yeah, you
really,
and Sadler, y'all been sneaking off of the tray, but they're delicious, and they're not dry like a lot of sausage balls can be. And then the pizza is wonderful. I drizzled a little bit of white cheese when it came out of the oven, and then the Soul Sister salad.
Yeah.
So
they look the Soul Sister salad.
Soul Sister salad is from my Soul Sister Kim, the recipe.
I got you. Yeah, well, it looks good.
So something a little different, but very easy. And I was telling the viewers, our community of the week are the Bluff Lots at Inspiration, and I got really excited about those when you took me in the golf cart and we looked at the views. Yeah. It's just incredible. Who would have? I mean, it seems like yesterday you started Inspiration, Phase 1.
Well, this will be the last phase of Bluff Lots. And I think we've got like 16 Bluff Lots coming online. Mm-hmm. And really, in my opinion, it's going to be one of the prettiest streets up here at Inspiration on top of the mountain. So, when I was developing it, I was just started thinking about it. I'm like, this is really, really special. Mm-hmm. And so what we've done is we've carved off an area, and we've got 29 home sites that we're calling the Bluffs at Inspiration. And we're putting a separate entrance into this particular area. And this area is going to be designated as more of a higher end area. I see, $850,000, $900,000, $1 million+ homes being built in this area. And the reason is just because it's just, the road just goes out on a ridge, and all of the Bluff Lots on the left-hand side, you can see just miles and miles and miles. It's like our view. I mean, we've got an eastern view up here on top of the mountain, and people will say, well, I want a west view for the sunset. Well, let me just tell you this. If I had a choice for an east view versus a west view, I'd take an east view. Here's the reason why. Number one, you get sunrises, which are gorgeous, so that you're not baking in the heat of the day on a western sunset.
That's
just
true.
can't even go outside because it's just so hot during the summertime.
Right.
But not only that, and what's coming next is you get the moon rises. So the moon rises in the east, so you get beautiful sunrises, beautiful moon rises, and it's just gorgeous. So I haven't seen anything in Huntsville or any area in Huntsville to where somebody can come in and invest in $1 million or so into an area. And so we've just carved this off, and we say we're going to call it the Bluffs of Inspiration. And we've, believe it or not, we got 29 lots, and I think we've got like 15 reservations thus far.
And some of them are homeowners already up here that just are excited about a bluff lot.
And they're wanting to move up. And so,
but this is the last bluff home sites that we're going to have at Inspiration, and we're excited about it and excited about doing something special.
I think it's going to be beautiful. And I'm a beach girl, and I love looking out at the beach, but bluff views rival that. I mean, it gives you that feeling of peace and tranquility, just looking out at God's beauty, and so I'm excited for those.
I'm excited. I'm excited about doing something special up on top of the mountain, and we've got other areas that are certainly more affordable. I mean, we can get you started in a home in the high $300,000 price point up on the mountain, and we've got the Preserve right down the road. And if you're looking for a large lot, we've got the estates at Inspiration. So we've got, we've got 4 different communities up here, all at different price points, all a little bit different as far as, house sizes and home site sizes and bluff views and things like that. And when you come up here, you feel that there's something special about the mountain.
Everybody who lives on Green Mountain says that. It is a special place.
Yeah.
And there's so much to do up here, too. It's a great thing to pack up your picnic, take your family on a Sunday afternoon, take a ride up to Green Mountain, and go visit all of our model homes. And
it is.
See what's going on.
And, we've got the lodge amenity package.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about joining a gym. You can cancel your gym membership because we got a great gym,
great pool.
Beautiful pool, tennis courts, basketball courts, and, so the mountain has it all. All you need to do is come up here, pick out your home site today. We can help you get started building your new dream home. For directions, you can go to our website, woodlandhomes.com, and I guess for your recipes,
they can log on to woodlandhomes.com or find them on our Dream Home cooking page.
Yeah.
And as always, thank you to our sponsors.
They do a great job. And,
yes, they do.
And we invite you to come out and see us. Our models are open 7 days a week. You'll come out and see us.